Hey everybody, Scott.Holmberg from Pacific Residential Mortgage, and I'm chatting with.
Stacey Sebastian over here at eXp Realty and of Sunny and Bend.
It is Monday, and it's our weekly loan mortgage update, real estate update in Central Oregon. So we're actually doing it on Monday because we don't have a holiday this week, so that's fantastic. Just wanted to give you some brief information on some of the government loans, your FHA loans, your USDA loans, your VA loans. There was definitely some turmoil in the market about a couple months ago. So I just wanted to let people know that they're not bad loans. I've been seeing interest rates with great credit below 3% on a 30-year fixed, which is fantastic news for first-time home buyers and people that are using those loans. So I'm also hearing some rumors that they're not getting accepted because people are afraid that they're not going to close. So I definitely would let people know that that's not the case. Make sure that not only possibly are the clients pre-approved, but what I'm advising my clients that we're using these loans right now, we can actually submit their credit docs, that's their income, their assets, paychecks, W-2s, things like that, to an underwriter and have the underwriter fully underwrite the file. And then we just leave it subject to the property. So it makes that offer a little bit stronger. So it's just not a pre-approval. They've been fully credit approved. That I think is definitely going to help maybe ease some of that fear of this loan's not going to get approved. So just a little bit of tidbit of information on where we're at on government loans right now.
Yeah, I think it's really important to get that information out there because especially as a real estate agent presenting an offer and there being some of that fear, it's good that we talk about it and, relieve some of that fear. And one of those ways is instead of just submitting that pre-qual, like you said, pre-approval, but actually going forward with that pre-underwriting like you're suggesting, then that way there's more confidence when that offer is being presented, so your client doesn't potentially miss out on that property because you've got a conventional or you've got a cash or some other offer sitting in front, and everybody should have equal opportunities. So I think more than ever we should be advocating and fighting a little bit harder for our offers that are going out. Don't you think, Scott?
Absolutely. And again, I've mentioned it before, but instead of, I know a lot of people will like do a little letter or a little something like that with their offer, do a video.
Yep.
Do a 30-second, do a minute video to include that with your offer. Because now what you're going to do is you're going to appeal to the human side of the sellers, make a connection. And if they make a connection with you and that's your offer, the other offers that they're not making that connection, especially in the times that we're dealing with now, it's going to put your offer that much higher in the plate. So I would definitely tell people, do a video, submit a video with your offer.
I know I personally use BombBomb, and if you guys don't know what that is, you can track it. And it's real easy to do a screen recording and maybe potentially getting Scott to do a video or one of your lenders to do a video saying, hey, here's what I did with this buyer. I put them through pre-underwriting. I've checked all of, and just go through a little bit of basics and send that video with the offer as well. So from the lender, from your client, a letter or a video, whichever your client's more comfortable with. I know that I submit a video with my offers as well. So I know that that's really helpful. And I let them know that I'm going to have great communication along the way as well. So, what's interesting, Scott, is what happened this weekend. We were actually planning on going out camping and heading towards Medford, maybe going to the ocean, maybe picking up supplies for my new ceramics hobby. And we were like, we shouldn't do that because I think it's going to rain. So you didn't do anything either.
We didn't. We were kind of playing it weather dependent, but at the same time, I did have some yard work. So I actually had to do a bunch of yard work Sunday and a little bit Saturday. But we did see that there was a potential of a pretty decent storm. And I would say we got it. Depending on where you're at, I think you obviously had a lot more severe areas than others. But it was eerie. I've been at Bend a long time and the sky was green. Yeah. And it was funny because Maddie took a golf lesson on Sunday at Eagle Crest, and her instructor actually went to college in Kansas. And he was saying, as soon as you see green thunderstorms, that's an indicator that the thunderstorm is like a supercell, and can easily create tornadoes. So yeah, that was eerie. I was kind of thinking maybe it was because of the amount of pollen that was in the air, because I got pollen everywhere around my house.
Right.
And maybe the pollen in the air was turning the sky green, but he's like, no, when you see green skies, when he went to college in Kansas, that was like, you see green skies, you run for cover.
Yeah, I mean, it was literally like warm and sunny, and I'm like, hey, what's up with the rain that's supposed to happen today? Because we wanted to go have fun, and it was like, I don't know, within less than 5 minutes, this huge black cloud rolled in, and then all of a sudden it started hailing, and I'm running outside trying to save my plants and my blueberries, and Matt wouldn't do it, and I was like, fine, I'll do it, and I got soaked. Sunny's screaming, it's hailing. I mean, probably wasn't the smartest thing, but we don't usually experience a lot of that, you know, just fast, crazy weather. And I grew up in Texas, so I know when I see something vicious happening in the sky. So it was interesting. I know people are claiming tornado, but they're not really sure, right? So
Yeah,
yeah,
definitely
it was
saw some
really crazy.
reports. I mean, there was definitely some damage. I saw some pictures. I talked to some people that were fly fishing the Deschutes down in Warm Springs to Trout Creek, and some of the videos they got was nasty. So and even coming out, wheel lines that are wrapped around telephone poles. I mean, a
Mm-hmm.
wheel line, that's not a lightweight thing, and it's just like it was just a piece of string. So yeah, there was definitely some severe areas for sure.
Yeah, I saw some people that posted pictures of, well, there goes my craft room. The ceiling caved in and everything. So it was really sad. So hopefully nobody got hurt and everybody's safe. I do want to talk about real briefly what we did do this weekend, because there wasn't a whole lot to do. Sunny and I, our ceramics hobby, it will become a habit, but right now it's just a hobby, and we're just getting started and going through the process of trying to figure out if this even exists in Bend. And we finally found this studio, and we had a lot of fun. And we hung out in there for probably 4 hours on Saturday, right after the hail stopped and everything. The skies opened up and became sunny and blue again. We're like, okay,
Yeah.
I think it's okay to leave the house now. But it was a lot of fun. So I highly suggest you guys go check it out. We hung out and made some things. We don't know what we're doing right now. We're just kind of bombing around. I do have some past experience, so it's fun. But the studio is called Mud Lake Studios. It's over by Sparrow Bakery by the train tracks.
Oh, okay.
Pretty cool place. So yeah, highly suggest checking out. They have some monthly fees there. There's 3 different options. They have small little spaces that you pay for, and then you have use of the studio. So anybody interested in that, or there's also some people that sell their stuff there, cups, and some guy makes Bend mugs, and there's all kinds of stuff. So if you guys want to go buy some local made in Bend stuff, head over there. It's not entirely open to the public right now, but there is a storefront where they sell the stuff right in the front, and that is open.
Cool.
Yeah, so go check that out. And I just wanted to briefly go over some stats with you guys, since we bring this to you weekly. And it's been very interesting over here in Bend as things start to open up. We've seen a lot of movement and activity. So new listings this last week, we saw 57. So as compared to last year, there was 117 this same time. So we're still down about half. I think that's been pretty consistent. Just with people probably not comfortable again with people in their homes, or just the uncertainty of what's going to happen. And then sold this year, last week was 48. So we did have 48 sales, which was up from last week. And then last year at this time, there was 52 that sold. So we're floating around kind of par with last year. Pendings this last week is still pretty high. And I think that's just a sign of what the future is going to look like. The sales are going to start going up. There were some that fell out, but pendings this last week were 95, which is really good. So that's a sign that we're going to start seeing a lot more closings happen.
Yep.
And last year was 52. So like you and I discussed, these people were sitting tight, and now all of a sudden they're coming out. So we're seeing higher sales this year, pendings this year than we were last year. That's because people are kind of holding off, of course. And then back on the market. So they went pending last week. They came back on the market, 12. So, there's different reasons why they fall out. Contingencies fall through, people's loans fall through. There's lots of different reasons, inspection periods. And last year there were 16.
About average.
And then price changes this last week were 43, as compared to last year there was 115 price changes. But
wow.
that kind of goes along with our 50% of listings going on the market right now. So
Yep.
this is just a little map of all the new listings, and the green ones are new and still on the market, and the yellow ones came on the market last week and went pending. So we're seeing properties go really fast. I would say most of them are going in less than a month. A lot going less than 10 days, and some just 1 or 2 days. So properties are kind of flying off the market, and inventory is low. So if you're a seller and you're ready to sell, it's looking pretty good right now based on pendings and what's on the market.
Yeah, and it's I think we've talked about it before. It just makes that much more sense to make sure that you are approved and had your information. You've talked to a lender ahead of looking at homes, so that you can structure your transaction the best financial that is to your benefit, and be ready, because a lot of stuff, I think there was some anticipation. I know when we first started this COVID thing, there were some people that were on the sidelines, are like, "Ooh, you're great. This could be like 2008 again, and I'm going to be able to start stealing properties." And that is definitely not the case. So if you are sitting on the sidelines or on the fence, get your ducks in a row, get approved, get it underwritten, make sure you know what you can offer, what you want to pay, because we're seeing that activity ramp up again.
Yeah, I think you're right. And I think Goldman Sachs was onto something when they predicted third quarter, we're going to start seeing a rise just based on those pendings. I think we're already going to see it happening. So,
Yep, makes sense.
Yeah. So awesome. You got anything else to add, Scott?
No. Tomorrow my daughter graduates, so I'm going to be up to Portland and back in a day. I don't even know what we're doing. I think she gets out in a car. I don't even know if we can watch it, but at least I can be there when she gets done.
Yeah, that's so awesome. Sunny graduates kindergarten on this week as well, on Thursday. So they bumped up, the school district bumped up graduations to this week. So I think it's because people are shifting back to work and stuff, and it's a little bit more challenging to be the parent at home and the parent working at the same time. So Sunny's teacher is actually going to be here in 40 minutes to drop off her graduation packet. So
nice, very cool.
Well, you enjoy the rest of your day, Scott, and thank you so much.
You too. We'll talk later.
See you later. Bye.
Bye.